Welcome back. It is Tuesday, August 29th, and the MLB. Our three favorite picks are on the way, including two Dinger Tuesday plays. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's recap yesterday, a 2-3 day. We were super close to getting a profitable day in there. Let's talk about it. Rockies over 2.5, first 5 team total. They clutch up and get it done. Our Dimers hit parlay, which was our third play, which we tracked at half a unit, but it was nearly plus 200 value. That's back. We somehow hit 3-leg parlays. We couldn't hit either of our 2 hit parlays, as Bryson Stott and Bobby Witt Jr. both don't get it done. And then Blake Snell, he cooked the Cardinals. He had a great 3 innings, and then they kind of started to get to him, but they just couldn't get anything going for him. 2-3 day, back-to-back losing days. We got a great August. We got 3 more days left in August. Let's hopefully enter the weekend and finish this week off in style. But like I said, Dinger Tuesday, we're gonna hop right into our picks. So we're doing a giveaway if either of these guys hits a home run. We'll talk about that in a second. But Logan, who are you riding with? Halt what you're doing. I need to make an update to the video. Apparently, FanDuel no longer is doing the Dinger Tuesday promo. Maybe it comes up later on in the day, but I just want to make a note here because I had no idea. We're still riding with both these guys to get a home run, and we're still doing the giveaway. If either of them hits a home run, we'll give away $100 to someone that is subscribed to the channel and comments down below. But just putting that out there so you don't have to bet $25. I did not know that at the time of recording this. Noticed it after the fact. We're still riding with both of them. It's still Dinger Tuesday in our hearts. But either way, I don't see the promo right now on FanDuel. But either way, here are the two guys that we're going with.
Yeah, I'm riding with Bryce Harper of the Phillies. If you haven't been paying attention, Bryce Harper is chasing a career milestone. He's trying to get his 300th home run. He wants to get it at home before they head on the road. And I think Bryce Harper, every swing he has is for the fences today. He does have a couple of home runs off of Tyler Anderson already. So I think Bryce Harper at plus 400 value is pretty good. But who are you rolling with? Like your jersey?
And I'm going to the guy that I got my jersey on, Ronald Acuna Jr., taking him at plus 320. A lot of his teammates have much worse value, like the plus 320. He's got 29 home runs. You'll get Peter Lambert, who is scheduled to go for the Rockies, giving up more home runs to righties than lefties this season. And I just think Ronald Acuna hit one last night. Also got touched by some random fans. Very weird on the field incident, but I expect him to take some anger out on their fans and hit one into the bleachers today. We know Coors Field is obviously a hitter-friendly ballpark. So Ronald Acuna Jr., get a hit. I think he'll get back some money, though, with some of the other Braves hitters getting one out of the yard, too. But that kind of segues easily into my first pick of the day, and it's going to actually go to another Atlanta Brave. It's not going to be a base prop. Actually, a rare K prop today. I'm going to Charlie Morton of the Braves, under 7.5 strikeouts, minus 130 on DraftKings. Now, it would not surprise me if this line finishes closer, to minus 140, minus 150. We never really can predict where the K props, end up. We could see this and go down to minus 150, and then the Rockies decide, hey, we're going to put out our AAA lineup, and then maybe it bumps up, and maybe this even goes up a number. You never really know, but I do think this line will go down as the day goes on, and I think that Morton's going to be due for I think he'll pitch pretty well. He'll probably record a win, but I don't necessarily know he gets a ton of strikeouts here. And you look at Morton on the year, enters with a 3.37 ERA and 1.38 WHIP. He's actually had 2 straight starts, both at home, worth noting. We're at 10 and 11 strikeouts, both versus the New York teams, the Mets and the Yankees, 2 offenses that we know are just yucky to trust. And on the road, we've actually seen him have worse starts. He's normally a much better home pitcher than on the road. And you look at that. His batting average allowed jumps to 263 compared to just 223 at home. His Ks per 9 when he's at home is about 10 per 9 innings, 10.9 per 9 innings, and drops a whole 1.9 Ks, almost 2 Ks down per 9 innings. So obviously hasn't had as many strikeouts on the road. And the Rockies, I'm not going to come out here and say the Rockies are not going to strike out today. This is a team that does have some good K targets for Morton, and he will have those chances to get it done. It really comes down to the curveball. I mean, that's the number one pitch for Morton to get all of his strikeouts. I think 104 this season are via the curveball. And look, if this Rockies team can just lay off the curve a little bit, they're going to make Morton have to throw it in the zone. I think they got their chances there. And he's also coming off an 109 pitch outing. Now, I'm not saying Morton goes out there and is limited to 70 pitches. That's unlikely, but would it be crazy to say, hey, the Braves got up an early lead in this one? They're up 8-0. Let's take Morton out after 5 innings. No, that wouldn't be crazy. I mean, this is a Braves team with obviously bigger aspirations than winning a Tuesday night game in Colorado. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe Morton's got 5 innings pitched and maybe he's at 80 pitches and they're like, we're already up. We don't need to keep him in there. But at the same time, this is a guy in Morton that hasn't had as many Ks on the road. I mean, you look at this. You look at him on the season though. He's under this line in 16 of 25 starts. When you go onto the road, 12 starts under, and 9 of them, including 5 straight road starts. Now, Charlie already has faced this Rockies team once, and that was at home. He had 8 Ks in that one, but the Rockies did some damage against him. I think 5 hits, 5 runs, I think 3 of them being earned runs. And this Rockies offense is a little bit different than that lineup you saw back in June. And you look at the Rockies, if the Rockies are on the road, you got the wrong guy. I'm not trusting that team. But at home, they've been better over the last 14 days. Rockies 10th, lowest K percentage to right-handed pitchers at just 20.3%. Not terrible, not great, middle of the pack, really. I like their chances here. And you look at Morton's other props. You're looking at his hits allowed prop sitting at 5.5, which is minus 105 on the over. Morton hasn't given up more than 4 hits in 4 straight starts. The fact they're even jumping up to 5.5, they're clearly expecting a little bit of regression to come in Coors Field. You look at his earned runs prop sitting at 2.5, minus 120 on the over. Morton, a guy that's given up 0 earned runs in 3 straight starts. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Rockies at least come out here and do some damage against Charlie Morton. The best case scenario is they run up the pitch count. They try to, just note swing at the curveball that's not going to be anywhere close to the batting zone. And I do like that they're going to try out some lefties there. The curveball's a little less likely to strike them out if there are lefties because it's kind of curving into their body. So at the end of the day, I need to call out 2 guys. It's Nolan Jones and Elias Diaz. I need you guys to show up. The last time you faced Morton, you guys got absolutely cooked. They both went 0 for 4 and had 3 Ks. We need you to be better than that, and I think they will be at home. I know we're trusting the Rockies on back-to-back days, which is very sketchy considering they're trotting out a lot of rookies in that lineup, but I still think they've already seen Charlie Morton before. They sort of know the pitches that are going to come their way. We're taking Morton under 7.5 Ks. I think this line is a little bit too high personally on the road, given we just came off on nearly 110 pitches, probably limited to the 90-95 range, and let's hope the Rockies can do a little bit of damage on him. But Logan, you got a hit parlay incoming. I love your 2 players, former teammates. Who are you going with today?
Yep, former teammates. I'm taking Trey Turner of the Phillies and Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers, each to record a hit. Parlay them together, minus 110 odds on Bet365. Your next best odds would be FanDuel at minus 131. I'd probably play this up to like minus 140. Just, FanDuel odds keep bouncing around. And these hit parlays fluctuate a lot as the day goes on. Sometimes they get better, sometimes they get worse. Speaking of worse, my worst mistake recently was yesterday trying to get cute, taking one of Trey's teammates instead of just Trey himself. Yes, I took Bryson Stott. Thanks for absolutely nothing, Bryson. It was always Trey. I should have just went with what I know. I for some reason, when you lose a few picks, your confidence gets shaken. Trey had 2 hits yesterday, both were home runs. Oof. Yeah, I would have liked to cash that hit parlay with him rather than Bryson Stott thinking it up. But today, Trey Turner faces Tyler Anderson and the Angels. Trey's seen Tyler Anderson before and had great success versus him. He's 5 for 10, hitting .500 against Anderson in his career. So he's seen the lefty plenty of times and he's had success. Trey also, I have to mention it because if I don't mention it, someone else will. Trey has a 17-game hitting streak at home. It spans all the way back from when Austin and I went to that standing ovation game. He has had a hit in every single home game. So knock on wood, let's not end that today, Trey, right? Go out and do your job today. At home, Trey's batting a ridiculous 397 this month. The fact that he's almost hitting 400, he's pretty much an auto bet in hit parlays these days. And the fact that I went away from him yesterday, just tear down my face. But the second leg of this parlay is Freddie Freeman to get a hit. And I like Freeman's matchup as well versus Kelly and the Diamondbacks. Merrill Kelly is one of those good pitchers. Obviously he's tough, but Freeman's seen him before and he has familiarity versus him. He's 8 for 24, hitting 333 against Merrill Kelly in his career. So I like to see that he's gotten hits off of him. And it's Freddie, also hitting above 300 at home in August. He's hitting 321 at home in August. So he should be able to hopefully put the baseballs in play and get an opportunity to get a hit. If you look at Merrill Kelly, it's hard to find weaknesses in his game, but he does allow a 242 opponent's batting average on the road compared to only a 187 at home. I think I'd be a madman to be taking, hit props against Merrill Kelly at home because he's just been ridiculous this year. But Kelly did just see the Dodgers August 9th. He gave up 6 hits and 6 innings pitched to them, and that was at home where Merrill Kelly is better. So now he's on the road at the Dodgers. I think Freeman should be able to get, a hit for us today. And if you don't want to go with Freddie, if you just have PTSD from Friday, Freddie, I checked the calendar today. It's not Friday, so we should be good. But, you could also go with Mookie Betts, and Mookie went 0 for yesterday. So I think either Freddie or Mookie, either teammate, stands a really good chance. I just like Freddie splits a little bit better versus Merrill Kelly. But Austin, you got a hit parlay for us? What are you going with?
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling spicy and you don't love that one, you can add in 2 other hitters here, and you can go for a 4-leg parlay, which hopefully smacks as well. Let's talk about the 2 hitters I'm really trusting today. Going back to a Texas Ranger, Marcus Semien. I'm going to Kyle Tucker of the Astros, each to record a hit. It's minus 104 on Bet365, minus 113 on FanDuel. Again, pretty similar value on both those books. I don't remember DraftKings what they got it listed at. I imagine one of these guys is set to 1.5 hits, though. So I'll put in your favorite same-game parlay leg. I normally take the team total of the team that we're betting on over 1.5 or over a 2.5 if you get that. Now, let's talk about Simeon, because yesterday we backed Nate Lowe, and he got it done first at bat, got it done. However, I want to put a word of caution. Lefties against Quintana, probably avoid. We'll talk about it in a second. We're going with Simeon, a righty. He was batting 277 on the season. He almost went hitless yesterday, but I think he got a hit in his last at-bat in that 9th inning. And he has a hit in 7 of his last 8, and he's hitting 281 versus left-handed pitchers. Love to see that. Like I said, he's going to face Jose Quintana, a left-handed pitcher. Now, Simeon has seen him before. 6 for 13, batting 462 versus Quintana. And Jose allowing a 294 batting average to right-handed batters. Now, I won't put the number on the screen, but the reason I say to avoid lefties, maybe guys like Seager or Lowe, is because lefties are only at 115 versus Quintana this season. Now, I'm not saying Seager's going hitless today, but obviously he's had the number against lefties. Seager, obviously, probably one of the most talented lefties you'll probably find in all. I mean, Seager and probably Freddie Freeman are the number 2 lefties this season, but still at the same time, be a little bit cautious if you're throwing in Seager and all your parlays, just because, Quintana's had a great track record against them. But you look at your righties, which is what we're concerned about today. Quintana, here are the pitches he's going to throw. You got a bunch of different pitches. Let's talk about him. 28% sinker, 27% four seam, 26% curveball, and nearly 20% changeup. Simeon's batting average versus those pitches: 333, 230, 324, and 292. All great splits here. I really like this matchup here. Talked about I like taking righties against Quintana. I think Simeon will get pitches to hit, bat, and lead off for this Rangers team on the road. He'll get plenty of chances, at least 4, potentially 5, depending on how the rest of the Rangers show up. Obviously, the Mets bullpen, not something that I trust a whole lot. They just sold the game yesterday for him. He'll have plenty of chances here. Now, next up is going to be Kyle Tucker, and Kyle Tucker's got an identical matchup to when I took him the last time, and it's going to be up against Brian Bayo and the Red Sox here. And look, he paid off for us last time. That was the game that the Red Sox absolutely smoked him, like 17-2 or something crazy like that. But Tucker coming off a great season. I don't need to tell you that. 293 on the year, has had a hit in 3 straight games. He's hitting 279 versus right-handed pitchers. He's been really consistent. He'll face Brian Bayo, a righty, who he is 1 for 3 against lifetime. In his first matchup against Brian Bayo, had a hit in his first at bat. We'll take that. Now, like I said, I normally target lefties versus Bayo because you're normally looking for those normal splits, and Bayo is like a normal pitcher. He's a righty that gives up a 290 batting average to lefties as opposed to just a 234 to righties. You look at the pitches that he's going to throw to a guy like Kyle Tucker, a lot of sinker, 36% sinker, 33% changeup, 20% four seam. I mean, look, that's nearly 90% of the pitches that he's throwing. He throws maybe a changeup and a curveball here and there. But look at Tucker's expected batting average versus those pitches: 341, 264, and 333. We know Tucker, super talented, just like a guy like Simeon. He's also on the road. Typically bats that 3 or 4 spot for the Astros. And with an over-under set at 10 in Fenway Park, they're clearly expecting some runs here today. We just saw Jose hit for the cycle yesterday. He cashed our hit parlay leg. And I just think Kyle Tucker, who actually almost went hitless as well yesterday, he ended up getting a hit in his last 2 at-bats. He was 0 for 3 prior to that. I think he'll have plenty of his opportunities here today. So I think he certainly can get it done. Marcus Simeon, Kyle Tucker to each get a hit. We got Logan's one, which is Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman to each get a hit. And we're riding with Uncle Charlie under 7.5 Ks, plus our 2 Dinger Tuesday picks. I'll throw them back up on the screen. We're going with Ronald Acuna Jr. and Bryce Harper. If I didn't mention at the top of the show, it's Dinger Tuesday. We take advantage of the FanDuel promo. But the biggest part is hopefully if either of these guys gets a hit, a home run, Ronald Acuna Jr. or Bryce Harper, we'll give away $100 to someone that is subscribed to the channel, which is free. And comments down below. Maybe comment your favorite home run play. Maybe comment something else. I don't know, something random. Who cares? But we appreciate, guys, all your love and support. No dimers hit parlay today. We don't do those on Tuesdays or Thursdays, but we'll have one tomorrow, and we'll see if we want to track that one as well. Appreciate you guys as always. If you want to check out some other videos, check them out on the screen. Let's have a great day. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks. Peace.